Both these players are very, very good. I love the shots we have of these players with the background from the trailer. Pretty cool. That trailer gave me tons of nerd chills. Antigua Shipyard, one of my favorite maps. And we've got VTClonze, our orange Terran player. Pretty cool to see orange spawning on the left-hand side of Antigua Shipyard. He is going against vileChANCe, a Zerg player spawning in the top right corner. vileChANCe being our representative from BC, while Clones is our Alberta representative.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm interested to see what these guys are going to do here. Is Vile going to go, or sorry, Chance going to go for an earlier, wow, what team are you on? Anyhow, is he going to go for an earlier hatch? Are we going to see some early bunker play from Clones? I'm interested to see. I don't know too much about the kind of play styles that these two bring, but I'd love to see exactly what's going to go on.
Overlord scouting out across the map right now. Clones looking to wall in. Very, 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 very common. I'm going to assume we're going to see a reactor expand, a reactor Hellion expand. That is pretty common right now. Another common thing is actually kind of a reactor Marine expand. Seen that going on a little bit, but the reactor Hellion is much more popular. It's actually my favorite, and going to be seeing a Rax thrown down as soon as he hits 150 minerals. Now, what are you hoping for in this game, Sprawl? If I could just say, you know what, just kind of give me a layout of what's going to happen in a really short 30-second summary, what would you say?
I was actually really just thinking, I hope there's a Bane bus in this game, because I haven't watched a Bane bus in quite a while, and he's walling at the top of his ramp here, so that'd be very interesting. Not exactly the best to really do that here, but yeah, it would be pretty awesome, and pretty sure if this was a beauty pageant, me and Cold StarCraft here would have won a long time ago.
Dominate.
True story, and James Choi, because he's Korean, and he's awesome. So,
Bonus points for Korean. It's almost cheating.
It's true. It really is. It's like rigging judges in the Olympics. True story.
Oh, VTClonze pulling out the big guns. Have you seen Sam? Man, he's got a good one there. That's got to burn. I don't think anybody can amount to that guy.
Yeah, exactly. And we do see this hatchery going down from Chance, and then the spawning pool as well. So interested to see as of what he's actually going to move into here. But yeah, like you were saying, we do see a gas coming down for a Terran, pretty standard. He's finishing his wall, and yeah, interested to see what's going to go on.
A little bit later, actually, we're seeing some Terrans kind of favor that, getting that out a little bit later, and there's already Command Center going down on the low ground right now, and he hasn't really followed up with anything, just getting Marines. I don't even think there's an add-on on that Rax. No, there's no add-on right now. So, Clones being pretty brave at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Could you give us any explanation of why he's mining that gas even though he's going for that fast expand?
It's really hard to tell. It depends what his end game plan is. I know I like to get gas early and start saturating that gas, even if I'm not necessarily using it right away, because I end up being gas starved pretty quickly. So he might be just getting preemptive gas. That would kind of be my guess. He is dropping down a bunker right now. But like you said, just stocking up gas. And there we go. There's a factory, so he's definitely going to utilize that. I imagine once he gets 20 more gas, we'll see a reactor.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to go to that build that you really like to go as of recent, that mech versus Terran. And as you were saying, it is pretty gas heavy, that build. So yeah, that could be exactly why he's getting all of those, all that gas a little bit early. We do see a Roach one about halfway down in the natural of Chance here. Good positioning, because if he scans the main, he's not going to see that at all. He's actually going to have to use two if he really wants to see if there's anything in that natural. One spine crawler going down as well, and a couple drones just popping out.
Yeah, he's blocking the gas, though. I always wonder when players do that. They're going to slow down their gas a little bit. What you said, though, is absolutely true. Wow, all he knows about is a gas. So he hasn't done any scouting whatsoever. I assume there would be a little bit more revealed, but he could just dive that Overlord in, you know, in a minute or two and just see what's going on. But Roaches are being produced right now, and Hellions are coming out now. Roaches own Hellions. But it doesn't look like how many Roaches right now. Any more than 4, and question marks are kind of going to be thrown up.
Yeah, exactly. Like you were saying, Roach is very good against Hellions just because those flames just don't do a whole lot. But yeah, he is just keeping them in a defensive position. We do see 2 Hellions coming down here. He's not doing that yet. Is that a third command center?
That is a third command center. VTClonze playing a little bit greedy right now and really only has Hellions. He's going to run out and see these roaches, but no more roaches are being produced, so we don't really have to worry about any huge roach attack right now. Clones is safe, getting out a tank, most likely going to get that siege mode out pretty quickly, and there he goes, getting that siege mode out. That is very good against the roaches, especially you can put them on the high ground, on the edge, in your main base. They can shoot the entire ramp, so they can sit up there and do a lot of damage. And nice snipe right there, and actually it was cancelled and immediately replaced, so really nice move by Chance.
Yeah, I'm liking how the creep tumors are spreading right now. He actually has one on the cliff that he's going to be able to put down onto the low ground and just extend even further. So good job there. Yeah, some Hellions dancing back and forth, just headbutting. Interesting. And then they're going to take out two Limbs that are trying to run by. And I believe that there still has no information for Chance as is for scouting anyhow. Yeah, it's
not a thing.
Still sees the gas, and that's it. I'm surprised he hasn't suicided that Overlord over yet.
Now, how many factories do we have right now? We're seeing a bunch of racks going down, so we're not going to see a pure mech style play. Without this scouting, I would love to see just pure mech right now, because we're seeing Banelings and Speedlings, which mech is pretty good against, but we are going to see that Marine tank army take on some Banelings, some Speedlings, most likely some Mutalisks, some really standard play that has been popular in this matchup forever.
Yeah, I know exactly, and we do see the third being, it's about halfway done here for vileChANCE, and that's basically what I expected from him. He wasn't making enough units to really go and push at all, but I'm still a little concerned that he doesn't know what his opponent is doing at all, really. All he's seen is those Hellions, essentially, and that does give away what he was kind of going for in the early game, but mid-game he could completely tech switch and throw his opponent off guard for sure.
Both of these players kind of playing in the dark right now, but there is two hatcheries going down. There must be a macro hatch somewhere. I don't really see it. See it on the production tab. There we go, in the main base. So getting that macro hatch, and the third has been finished for quite a while for Clones. I like that a lot as a Terran player. He's just leaving in the base right now. He's getting those mules out, getting the energy, getting out more workers. Looking at the worker count, 44 to 49, so our Terran player is barely behind now, 45 to 49, so very close. And I love the Sim City right now by Clones. The supply depots placed very well, nice bunker behind it, tanks spread out pretty good. Got a tank there. There's a little marine ball kind of at the back, not really sure what they're doing. I love everything else. It's just right there. There we go. I'm not really sure. Hanging out. Yeah, they're having a smoke break, going out for a smoke break, and only cigarettes for these Marines. And we see an armory going down. Could be getting some quick Thors, fight off some Mutalisks, and maybe even going for those 2/2 bio upgrades.
Yeah, for sure, and it does look like that Overlord that was seeing that gas earlier got a little scared. He is hesitating a little bit. He's like, nah, I really don't want to suicide in there. Do I really have to do this? And they're like, okay, we'll send you on another duty. He goes up to that other base, but he is running in now. I believe he's going to be sent into his demise. We do see one roach scouting, seeing that third is trying to get it. He's going to get a full scout here. That Overlord. Could he make it out? Oh god, he doesn't make it out. Poor Overseer.
A little bit of micro could have got him out of there.
All he wanted to do was live.
all he wanted to do was live, but he got a little lazy, took a couple stops on the way, and that's not the way to success. Maybe he blocked that gas because he decided, I will never use it. Getting the gas at the third instead, getting out both upgrades. The production tab, while you were talking there, was just crazy. It's still crazy. Infestor upgrades are coming out, Hives coming out. That's a pretty darn quick hive. We're only 12 minutes into this game.
Yeah, they're both just macroing pretty hard here. We do see that third base just dropped for Clones here, just dropping his mules. While he does have that third as an orbital, as we saw earlier, and we do see the Lings and Banes just kind of gathering outside here. That is a substantial amount of Lings and Banes, but will he be able to put pressure on this? He is going to run in here. Is he going to be able to take out the siege-tanks? The Banelings are going to come in and hopefully get those Marines. He hits the bunker, runs into the third. Is he going to be able to take out these Marines? He still has a Baneling in there somewhere, but these Zerglings are going to get whittled down. Nice hold here by Clones.
Good job by Clones.
Oh, right when I say that, more Zerglings.
did lose all of his tanks right now, except for the ones all the way back in the main, losing a couple too many lings there, but decent trade. Our Zerg player is a tiny bit ahead while he's securing his fourth, so he dropped his fourth, went in for that attack, did a pretty good job. Units killed. Generally in this matchup is always going to favor the Terran player, as there's just so many individual units for Zerg, and he's continuing to mass. Look like he's going to go for it again.
Yeah, exactly. Sending these lings and seeing if he can do a decent run by here. There is siege tanks on the high ground, I believe. And yeah, that one siege tank up there doing a really good job. But he's coming in, he's going to send half the Zerglings to the third. And the rest just coming into the natural, going to die. He might be able to pick off a couple mules, but indeed taking away the mining time for those mules, not with close wire at all. He just had to cancel all his buildings at his third as well. And yeah, looking like some good pressure by Chance.
Chance keeping the pressure up. As you were saying, Clones dropping down some bunkers. He's feeling that pressure right now. But you see Hive, nothing really coming of it yet. 2 Ghost Academy, 2. You know what that means? Nukes. We're going to see some nukes in this game. That is awesome. There's tanks coming out. Upgrades are still coming out. 2 weapons are going to finish for the Marines, while 2 armor is on the way right now. Creep tumors continuing, lings continuing, and a command center going down. He could fly that off, or he could just turn that into a planetary in that position.
Yeah, exactly. And he does have that creep actually coming down. That creep spread is incredible for vileChAnCe here, just taking over the whole map. And he is actually sending a lot more units. Lings and Banes, including Festers coming in. Festers going to come in and hopefully land some fungal. No fungals coming down, all infested Terrans. And I don't know if that was a good trade for Chance. He just lost all his units there, except for the Festers.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. With so many Marines, fungal is extremely effective. Didn't get out that many infested Terran, and the thing is, by the time the infested Terran popped, most of them were dead, as there was nothing there to support them, and infested Terran just by themselves aren't so good fighting a real army with real Terran. And we're seeing a bunch of level 3 upgrades coming out for a Zerg player. 34 lings, 13 banelings, just continuing to put up this pressure. And as you said, the creep spread is crazy. It's completely over the 4th base for a Terran. He hasn't taken that base, but it's most likely 4th base. It's just moving all across the map. Incredible creep spread by Chance. That's nuts. It's going to take a million scans or a Raven and a ton of mobility by the Terran to move out and clean that up, neither of which he has the chance at right now. I really think vileChAnCe is taking a commanding lead in this game.
Yeah, I think soon enough he's going to take that 5th base, and yeah, just chatting it up a little bit is Chance, I believe. Yeah, bad saying clones, and yeah, I don't really know who, who would you say is ahead right now?
I'm going to say vileChAnCe is ahead just with the creep spread with his bases. He has full map control, but there is a drop at the top of the map right now. It's doing some pretty good damage. Actually be able to snipe that that spine crawl before it gets done, but a million lings, somewhere around a million, just guesstimating, moving in here, taking out all those Mariners, and the medevac is able to fly away. Level 3 weapons coming out, but it looks like our Terran wants to move out. He's going to try to clean up some of this creep, and he's going to do a really good job, but all the lings moving in here. There is no siege yet. A huge ling, baneling attack. Fungal's going down this time, which is exactly what our Zerg player wants, and he's going to clean all of this up right now. 180 supply to 130.
Yeah, Chance was just waiting for that. He saw that he went out from the kill with creep there, and he just ambushed like crazy. It's good units on creep. He's still doing damage here. He's going to take out that 2nd bunker, and that actually is going to be an orbital there, not a planetary. Infested clones doing some damage, and he's just running and killing all the siege tanks. This could be the end of clones here. Can he hold?
Ghost upgrades coming up, but no ghosts on the field. Looks like our Zerg player Chance is continuing to stay ahead. He's ahead by about 40 supply right now. This attack might be over, but he could be massing for another one. There's a couple more units moving up the ramp right now for our Zerg player, but it looks like it's going to clean up. A huge ling reinforcement, going to run into the 3rd base, going to be able to destroy a ton of workers right now, just gnawing these workers away, killing the supply. Screw this man, I'm going to play more Dota. He's out of here, GG, and Chance takes this game.
Yeah, no, exactly. That was a really good game by Chance, just picking his engagements. He did lose a little bit in little engagements there, but the position he was in was really good for him. He was just taking over the whole map, just waiting for clones to really try and push out. As soon as he did, ambush, took out his whole army. Just very good job by vileChAnCe.
If you look at the mini-map, oh, it's actually off of the stream's not on it right now, but the mini-map was a very good, there we go, you're going to get a shot of it. Just take a look at that mini-map. That kind of explains the whole game vileChANCE really just covered the entire map, controlled the flow of the game, allowed himself to expand without really being touched, and we will be back with our last game, 4K Warden versus, can't really see it from here, Rav Sarvati. I hope I'm saying that right. We'll be right back after this break with that game.